10, it's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain of 32 that time. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. This time Jackson will throw it. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now this time he'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The slot man in motion right. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Here's Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And it's complete to Mitchell. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Looking for Wright, and he finds him. And he's going to have the Lions 1st down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on 4th down. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game plan for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game plan for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
On any running play this call, they always hope that it's going to break down and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that Plague did on the last one. And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. This is Swift on the counter. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. 65 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half. They'll take the give. Now gone. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. McGough and Williams hooking up there for a Lions first. A shotgun snap for gone. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Back to the running game with Swift. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Badgley's kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the turnover leads to points as they have 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 receptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defensive player with some confidence, haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, someone's a leg into the ball every snap. Another nice job there forcing the completion.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Go off a handoff here to Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Another run here with Dobbins. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Jackson on 1st down. Touchdown! Mark Andrews, 34 yards. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score.
As the offense went on the field to start their last drive, you know they discussed in the huddle, hey, if we put one in the end zone here, we've put ourselves in a position to start making a comeback.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Lions 10, Ravens 7. Justin Tucker in the kickoff.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways. But right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Now he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
That's good for the Lions. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Once again, it's Swift. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, holding to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll try the air now with Goff. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, Goff. Complete to right. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Ravens 27-yard line.
On On second down, Swift. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 11-yard.
Goff now looks to throw. Dancing to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
But sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. Forced out to his left. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
So they're able to win that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter. Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 144 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work. From the 50, it's gone. Wright's got it. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now gone. And he's going to have to eat this. this one is down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Back to throw. Goff. He finds his man. Complete. It's right. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Goff. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's the sackmaster, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. It's complete to Drake. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Throwing is Jackson. Being chased out left. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turned the ball over. Terrible.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense in that quarter.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
This is taken at the 18. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. That's opposite of a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Looking deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Well, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in. The Ravens send their punt around now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Here's Williams to return. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs. Sure. just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And they've got it in the red zone now, down about the 19. 60 yards on the ground for him so far.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Play action. Now Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Tucker now for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Ravens 16, Lions 13. Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He said, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
That's good for the Lions.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Tackled back at the 46-yard line.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he'll be well short of a first down as he's stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that that can bring him down to the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support. I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Julian O'Connor, his 2nd sack of the night.
And we all know how talented this guy is. He's called the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it. This time doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Charles, still a 1-possession game. Remember, it could have been 2 after they opted to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Didn't get it, but their defense holds strong, and so this is a huge possession coming up here.
You're certainly right about that, partner. And a lot of people look at them going for it on 4th down as a failure when they didn't get it. But there's also their way of saying, hey, we have confidence in our defense because they went out and held them. Got the ball right back for them. So, nice stand for them. Momentum to swing back to their side if they have a good drive here.
They're given 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Brings up 4th down in less than a yard.
They'll try it now with Swift. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because you're still a long way away from kneel down time. So you've got to work on getting 1st downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. He's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now Jackson. The quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Tucker now to add the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Ravens 23, Lions 14.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now it's gone. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Looking for Wright, and he finds him. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Goff now to throw. And this one is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now Goff. And that one's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. One last throw here for Goff. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5.